Sweet. Hi, Harry. Hope you're good, mate.
Yeah, all good. Cheers.
Cool. So, just wanted to quickly catch up on the 12-week Shear Performance, the next level program that you've been doing with us recently. Just wanted to sort of get some feedback from you. Let us know if you could just share us a few insights into like how you found it. Maybe if we just start with kind of like what made you want to get started. Tell us kind of like what drew you to it.
Oh, well, I did the movement and mobility with you just before last season, and yeah, gone real well and pushed it into the season a bit, and yeah, definitely made a difference with recovery and just having that last bit of power at the end of the day. Like I've never really worried too much about power at the beginning of the day, but when you start getting tired and you start wearing away, that's when your stamina comes in, and you got to have a bit of strength and keep them down. So definitely that's why I went for this year. I thought it's just another step. Like obviously Matt Smith was on board this time, another good bit of information, and like serious. So good to sort of be following along really.
Yeah. What sort of any particular things that you thought, I really want to learn about this during the program, or this is what I really want to address? Like, was there anything sort of before you came in, like that you thought, this is kind of where I want to be?
Well, last year we addressed my lower back on the right hand side was real bad, and that's why I sort of started it last year and thought, and to be fair, we squared that out and got that straight. And I mean, this year I was sort of struggling with one of my left glute, and really have squared that up this time. And to be honest with you, I think a lot of people would just think, I've got a problem with my glute. All I'm going to do is like stuff on my glute, and it just doesn't really do anything. Like you can address it as much as you like, but you don't do anything. Like it's all both ways, isn't it? You start going up and you start going down, and like just balancing your body out. It's quite a big thing. Yeah, definitely found that out again this time.
Yeah. Cool.
So it's been a big thing.
In terms of the sort of structure and the layout of the program, anything that you particularly enjoyed or anything that you found really useful?
I mean, just the structure's quite easy, really. You can sort of muck in whatever time of the day you want, and like I was saying earlier, like we've been busy with lambing and stuff, and you can make it work. Like you can do bits and bobs. It might not be ideal, but it's definitely better than nothing. And you just keep piecing it all together, and it does all work. And you can juggle the days up quite nicely. And if you've got a day off on a Sunday and you're busy on a Sunday, you can just move around the week and make it work. Busy sessions early week or whatever, and really good structure. Really, easy to work around, especially with training peaks. And
exactly. What's obviously Matt's involvement was something that you perhaps hadn't had before, but anything that you sort of particularly learned there in terms of the shearing side of things? Obviously we did your video analysis for you individually, but anything that you sort of taken away from those video tutorials that he's done?
Yeah, I mean, it's ideal really. Like you sort of think you're going all right, and then and then you send a video through and it like pulls it apart. It's ideal. It's just what you need really. Like you sort of get real complacent, and it is good. Like we've done a few days shearing so far, and it's a bit of a shame. We normally start a bit earlier and get a lot more shorn by now, but the weather hasn't quite been kind enough to us, and there's bits and bobs. But it's just good to have it all just pulled apart and sort of thrown up in the air really, and get you going again and get you focusing on all the things you need to be focusing on, because a lot of the pain people experience in shearing, I think a lot of it is to do with your pattern, and just basic things like from this program, like probably the most important things I've taken away is just like little things like Matt saying, don't swing your body on the long blows and stuff like that. You're just wearing out your like your lumbar spine, your glute, whatever. You're just wearing it out. Like, there's no need to keep swinging. Like probably all get a bit over exaggerate it a bit and just start flying into them. And stuff like that. Just been really focusing on that. I mean, like from like even the nutrition point of view, just throwing the fizzy drinks and just having a glass of water. Like I got really bored of water, so I just buy like a litre of lemon juice. Like bought like 10 litres. I think I bought just got them stand underneath the sink. It's easy. You just pour it in. And you can just keep drinking it all day and kick the fizzy drinks a bit. And I mean, obviously I did go down a couple of times when I dropped the sugar, but it's been pretty good. Like, and even just like the snack point of view, just getting onto the nuts and stuff like that. It's just really basic things, just make a massive difference, really.
Yeah, perfect. And obviously, like you say, you're feeling better for it already. So, what's in terms of the sort of like if there's somebody out there watching this now, like another shearer who's perhaps thinking about it, perhaps they've never worked with either of Matt or I, and they're just sort of contemplating the idea of maybe getting some help, because I know that sometimes it can be it's quite a brave thing to do, isn't it, asking for help? So What would you say, Harry, to somebody like that?
Well, it's to be fair, it's just a really good program. Like I found it really simple, really easy to do. Yeah, you've got to put the graft and you've got to be committed to it. Otherwise, there's no point in doing it at all. Like you've got to want to change. Otherwise, yeah, it's just bloody pointless. But just go for it. Like just even if you just pull a few little things out of it, like it makes like a massive difference. Like I just said, all those little tiny things, like I'd have never even thought of them. Like, I'd have carried on having a can of Red Bull in the morning and, a few cans of Coke throughout the day and not having enough water and wondering when I get home why I've got a headache and, I'm stiff as a board because I'm just, completely dehydrated. Just little things like that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, cool. Is there anything else I've missed, mate? Obviously, I don't want to sort of take up all your daylight, but
yeah, I was pissing it down my rain here anyways. Just even just down to the warm-ups and stuff, just pre-shearing, post-shearing, whatever, just before you leave home, just when you get home, like even just little things like that. We do a lot of driving and stuff, just the what do you call it, like the lacrosse ball on the wall, like just stuff like that after a big long drive, like it does just make a big difference, and you can do it in 2 minutes, and you can.
It's like the compound effect of that, isn't it? So it's like, okay, so I've now like undone some of the tension 4 or 5 days in a row, so I get to my 6th day and I can still move properly. Whereas like if I hadn't have done that, then maybe the movement's compromised, and like you say, the pain that a lot of shearers experience potentially from from slight tweaks to the pattern, and also looking at it a little bit more holistically. So you're going through like your nutrition, your hydration, and then your little recovery tactics like you just mentioned as well.
Just little things. It makes a massive difference, and I think a lot of this program is like just, I don't know how you'd say it, like more like you're just ingraining habits. Like you get into a habit of, I don't know, say finishing work, coming and sitting on the sofa and watching TV. Like, whereas if you can get into the habit of just coming in, having another pint of water or something, and then just thinking, oh, I've been in the truck a long time today, I'll just quickly, even though I've got a day off or whatever on workouts, just quickly just straighten your back out, straighten your glutes out, whatever you sort of feel tight, and then you can just for me, like I just keep maintaining little things, and it's really taught me all that stuff.
Ideal, mate. Ideal. Well, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it, and
no, thank you.
See you again soon.
Thank you very much.